yet both speak about human emotions. On January 31st, 2020, at the Adab Festival in Karachi, the former Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Saeed Khosa, delivered a beautiful address titled Literature in Law. He began by remembering Justice Fakhruddin G. Ibrahim, a man of great dignity and character. He served this nation with honesty and grace as a lawyer, judge, governor, and law minister. Justice Khosa said that people like him leave behind legacies, not just memories. Justice Khosa then spoke about the deep connection between law and literature. He said, humorously, we all know relationships like father-in-law and mother-in-law, but have you ever heard of literature in law? He explained that literature is the art of using words beautifully. When that art enters a court judgment, the judgment becomes more than a decision. It becomes a piece of literature. Many of the world's greatest writers were once lawyers. Francis Bacon, Goethe, Dickens, Kafka, even John Donne, and many judges, including Justice Khosa himself, studied literature before law. This connection between art and justice makes legal writing more human and powerful. Even Shakespeare once wrote, "The first thing we do, let's kill all the lawyers," a line that still makes us smile and think deeply about society's bond with the law. Justice Khosa shared examples from around the world. In England, judges quoted Milton's Paradise Lost to explain what a home means. In America, one judge compared a case to Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, and another quoted Palestinian poet Naomi Shihab to defend human rights. In India, Justice Markandeya Khatju began a judgment with a poem by Ahmed Faiz, and that poetic appeal led to the release of an Indian prisoner from a Pakistani jail. Such is the power of literature, to touch even the conscience of nations. Justice Khosa himself used literature in many of his judgments. In the Asia Bibi case, he quoted Shakespeare, "She was more sinned against than sinning." In the Panama Papers case, he referred to Balzac, Mario Puzo, and Khalil Gibran. And in the contempt of court case against Prime Minister Gilani, he wrote powerful words inspired by Gibran's poem, "Pity the Nation." He said, "Pity the nation that elects a leader as a redeemer, but expects him to bend every law to favor his benefactors." These lines were more than law. They were a message to every citizen. Justice Khosa reminded us that literature has often changed the course of law itself. Charles Dickens wrote about the poor, and British labor laws were reformed. Uncle Tom's Cabin exposed the cruelty of slavery, and America abolished it. The Jungle by Upton Sinclair revealed the suffering of workers and led to stronger food and labor laws. The Grapes of Wrath inspired compassion for migrant workers during the Great Depression. Words, when written with truth, have the power to change entire societies. At the end of his speech, Justice Khosa said that sometimes judges cannot respond directly, but literature gives them a voice. He quoted the poet Famida Riaz, who said, "I did not say this, for he said it." Through this, he showed that literature gives expression to silence and humanity to law. When law listens to the heart, it becomes poetry. When literature seeks justice, it becomes law. Together, they make the world more just and more beautiful. Would you like me now generate this as a male English voiceover, MP3 format, Pakistani accent? Ready for uploading Clipchamp?